The world of dreams was threatened, and with it, the hope all had once known was in danger of disappearing forever. Luckily, Ikitomi, the Hymn of Dreams, decided there was still time for him to act. Using his immense powers, he concentrated all the dream matter that was left in Omnia and birthed a guardian capable of defeating the Hyanagi invasion. His name was Pankapu.
If you're looking for a decently challenging platformer with a cutesy, vibrant aesthetic, Pankapu may be the game for you. The game released September 20th on PS4 and Xbox One, although it's been available on Steam for some time now, in its completed form as opposed to the chapter-by-chapter release PC saw. It features a story of Pankapu, a dreamkeeper created to protect the dream world. As you journey through the various stages, you unlock fragments of memory in addition to awakening Pankapu's powers, including 2 additional Aegis, which allow you to use the strengths of warrior, archer, and mage. What's most interesting about the story is that it's being told as you play it by a father to his daughter who has just awakened from a nightmare. As such, Pankapu's story encompasses the real world and the dream world, showing both sides of the tale without actually pulling you out of the dream world. As far as action platformers go, Pankapu is pretty standard. There's a main map where you can select nodes to visit and also see how many collectibles you've discovered in each stage. You're free to revisit nodes as you see fit, and there's also a speedrun option for an added bit of replayability, but the first time through you must take a linear path. Completing a node means getting from point A to point B while defeating enemies, avoiding traps, and picking up mudgeons, the game's collectibles. Your progress is saved at checkpoints, though at some points they seem to be placed further apart than need be. For those who enjoy collectibles, it's important to note that everything you pick up will be lost if you die before reaching the next checkpoint. This was a source of irritation to me, as many collectibles were placed in such a way that you'll fall to your death upon attempting to reach them, and trial and error to figure out the best path or the correct timing means a lot of time wasted. As far as combat, your 3 Aegis have their own skills to deal with foes, and these skills can be modified with the discovery of nebulas. Your first Aegis, the warrior, attacks with a sword and can block frontal attacks with his shield. He can also perform a ground pound and throw his sword for a bit of added range. It's possible to power up your base damage by finding forges. Secondary skills, like the sword fling mentioned, expands anima, which can be recharged by blocking damage with your shield. Enemies have their own behavioral gimmicks to contend with. The slaps, for example, will grab you and throw you some distance backwards unless you throw up your shield, which will stun them. Much like the traps, enemies are placed in such a way that their abilities will do serious damage, so learning how best to approach them is a must. In fact, I personally found Pankapu to have a steeper learning curve than I would have liked as a result of level layout and trap enemy synergy. More experienced platformers may not have this issue, but it's something to think about. Boss monsters, like regular enemies, have attack patterns as well, though they cover a much greater surface area. Fighting them is a matter of learning their pattern, dodging it, and attacking when its defenses are down. For the most part, Pankapu performs well. I did run into a few bugs, including an enemy that didn't die when it should have, only to be registered as dead after the fact, its corpse still standing tall. And a crystal that refused to regenerate my anima. There's also the occasional slowdown when transitioning between gameplay and a cutscene. Pankapu's art style is bright and lovely, and the OST is just as cheery. It is an almost kid-friendly exterior despite the difficulty level. Some levels were exceptionally well done, like the one shown here, where most of the screen is shrouded in darkness save a few key points. The cutscenes are fully voice acted, which is a nice touch, and for the price tag, $11.99 USD or your regional equivalent, you can't go wrong if you're a fan of old school platformers. I personally, spoiled by modern day platformers, did not particularly enjoy the fact that 1, you can't attack above or below you, simply to the right or to the left, and 2, that there was no ability to pan the camera around. Like I mentioned before, to get a collectible, you have to actually play a gamble and hope that there's something to catch you once you jump down to grab something. I feel like these things were sort of quality of life changes that could have been made to make the game play a little more smoothly, but that's my personal opinion. A note for trophy hunters, the game doesn't offer a platinum, but you'll get a gold trophy simply for completing it. There are 10 total trophies, the majority of which are bronzes associated with playing through the story, with a few silvers thrown in for collecting all the Mudgeons and Nighttopian forges. That's all for me, gamers. I've been Dawn from NeedtoKnow. Stay in the know.
Hearts destroyed. The energy stream was no more. Deprived of its power, the thorn wall collapsed, clearing a path for Pankapu and his friends to reach Ohiti's house. Little did they know, they would soon meet a challenge unlike anything they had previously encountered.